The number of COVID-19 cases in the country is now well past the 8,000 mark. Even as the government relaxed the lockdown measures to revamp the ailing economy, the rising number of cases is bound to pressure the government to rethink its strategy. Meanwhile, the government's move of completely restricting the movement at night time has been a welcome initiative. Good morning, I'm Amar Singh Pradhan and these are the headlines of the hour. 438 individuals detected with coronavirus in Nepal yesterday and an additional 58 this morning to take the total number of infection cases in the country to 8,344. Public Accounts Committee set to form a subcommittee to probe into the alleged embezzlement in the procurement of necessary medical equipment to contain the spread of coronavirus. Indian Premier Modi downplays a clash with Chinese troops in the disputed Himalayan region, says there was no intrusion across Indian border. And Sevilla hold Spanish league leaders Barcelona to a goalless draw, leaves the title race wide open with 8 matches remaining. "58 new cases were reported this morning, taking the total number of infections in the country to 8,344. 25 cases were reported from Tanahu of Gandaki province, 16 from Nawalparasi East, 8 from Baglung, 5 from Gorkha, 2 from Kaski and 1 each from Magdi and Siangza. Likewise, 216 individuals were discharged from various places across the country yesterday, taking the total recoveries to 1,402 so far. Meanwhile, in another day of massive surge, 438 cases were reported yesterday. According to the Health Ministry, Gulmi recorded the highest number of infections at 94 cases, Baitadi recorded 68 cases, Baglung 32, Sindhupalchok 21 and 19 each in Tanahu and Doti yesterday. Likewise, 3 more individuals tested positive for coronavirus in Kathmandu yesterday. Meanwhile, 4 health workers in Rapti Health Sciences Academy tested positive for coronavirus. An official from the academy informed that the hospital's director, nursing in charge, emergency care unit staff and isolation ward in charge tested positive for the virus yesterday. All but emergency services have been halted at the academy for 2 days. The Public Accounts Committee under the House of Representatives has concluded that there have been irregularities while assigning Omni Group in the procuring necessary medical supplies by the Deputy Prime Minister and Defence Minister Ishwar Pokhrel-led high-level committee to prevent and control COVID-19. According to the preliminary report prepared by the Parliamentary Committee, the Health Minister and his advisors were allegedly involved while forging the agreement with the Omni Group. We have more in this report.
The high-level committee led by Deputy Prime Minister and Defence Minister Ishwar Pokhrel, formed to prevent and control COVID-19, decided to procure necessary medical equipment from private sectors without calling tender. As per the decision, the Department of Health Services invited suppliers for discussion and asked them to come with price quotation. The Health Ministry formed a team led by Khem Karki, the advisor of Health Minister Bhanubhakta Takal, to hold a meeting with the suppliers. As per the preliminary report issued by the Public Accounts Committee, 6 companies presented proposals with price quotation. The team forged an agreement with OBCI, an IT company of Omni Group, to buy medical supplies worth 1.34 billion rupees. Not only this, the team led by Karki had reportedly selected Anita Business House for the meeting, which had not even taken part in the discussion. The cabinet decided promptly to uphold the recommendation of the team to assign Omni Group for the task. All the procedures were accomplished quickly, and the group bought 33 types of medical equipment, paying a hefty amount, much more than the market price, in the first phase of the procurement. Likewise, the Parliamentary Committee also mentioned that the approval for the PCR machines was beyond the specification.
प्रक्रिया पुर्याएको छ 3 दिनमै गरेको छ अनि के रे अब जस्तो कि त्यो मन्त्रीको सल्लाहकार छ नि उलाई त कानुनी अधिकार छैन उसको उसैकै लाई मेन त्यो डिल गर्ने उसैले राखिएको छ धेरै कुराहरू छन् कानुन विपरीत कुराहरू पनि धेरै छन् त्यसकारण त्यो सबैमा छलफल हुन्छ।
The company procured medical supplies worth 210 million rupees in the first phase out of the 3 phases. The government scrapped the agreement with Omni Group due to the irregularity in the procurement process. The Health Ministry has failed to provide reason for involving Advisor Karki in the procurement process, while the evaluation committee, which was formed as per the Public Procurement Act, was not included in the process. It is still not clear whether Omni Group has paid the airfare and the amount for medical supplies, while the government has claimed that it had seized 60 million rupees deposited in Himalayan Bank. As controversy regarding the procurement process with Omni Group mounted, the government assigned the Nepal Army to procure medical supplies under the G2G method. After the procurement process was dragged into controversy, the Nepal Army also stepped back from the process.
The money allocated for Constituency Development Fund will now be utilized for Corona Relief Fund following the amendment of the regulation by the government. The remaining amount meant for the Local Infrastructure Development Partnership Program under the Constituency Development Fund will now be collected in the fund meant for containing the coronavirus outbreak in the country. According to Finance Minister Yuvraj Khattiwada, the decision to utilize the fund for the ongoing efforts to contain the COVID-19 outbreak was taken considering the public demand in this regard. The government has said that the amount collected in Corona Relief Fund can only be used for the treatment, prevention and containment of coronavirus. In its budget for the upcoming fiscal year, the government had allocated 60 million rupees each to all the elected lawmakers to spend for development of their respective constituencies. A significant portion of the amount under the Local Infrastructure Development Partnership Program, however, is yet to be spent due to the prolonged nationwide lockdown. The government has restricted the movement of vehicles and public except for emergency purposes from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. every day, effective from today. Issuing safety standards for managing lockdown 2020 yesterday, the government has restricted the movement of vehicles and pedestrians during night time. The government has eased the ongoing nationwide lockdown in less infected areas since 15th of June. However, the government has kept worst-hit Sarlahi, Rautahad, Kapilvastu and Dailek districts as hotspots for the virus infection. The government has enforced odd-even number system in vehicles in the remaining 73 districts to ease vehicular movements. The Ministry of Home Affairs has instructed all the 77 district administration officers to strictly impose the decision as inter-district movement of people during night time had increased in recent days, eluding security personnel. Likewise, the government has also urged everyone to follow the health protocol issued by the Health Ministry aimed at fighting against the novel coronavirus outbreak. The ministry has fixed the responsibilities for security forces, service providers, customers and public in general as per the protocol. Likewise, the government has restricted the gathering of more than 15 people in social and cultural activities including marriages and funeral. The government has warned of legal action against anyone defying the protocol. Meanwhile, the COVID-19 Crisis Management Center has provided the provincial and local governments the right to decide on the restriction of movement and other activities by analyzing the coronavirus situation on their own. And in our Public Voice segment, we had asked the residents of Mahendranagar why has the trend of expediting development works at the end of the fiscal year continued. Let's take a look at what they have to say.
Public Voice.
भ्रष्टाचार गर्नलाई यो गरे जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई किनभनेपछि यसमा हतारमा हुन्छ न विकास हुन्छ माथिबाट पानी परेको हुन्छ तलबाट चाहिँ नि डोजर ल्याया हुन्छ आफूले खानलाई मात्र यो विकासको
बजेट पारित हुने बित्तिकै बरु सरकारले चाहिँ समय सीमा निर्धारण गरेर त्यो कामको चाहिँ अवस्था र उ हेरेर चाहिँ कति समयमा गर्नुपर्ने त्यो निर्धारण गर्दै भने राम्रो हुन्छ।
यो नागरिकको पैसालाई सुनिश्चित गर्ने काम भइरहेको छैन, दिगो विकासमा लगाउने काम भइरहेको छैन। योलाई एउटा विकासको नाममा एउटा खाली पैसालाई बचाउने काम र पैसालाई वेस्ट गर्ने काम मात्र भइरहेको छ।
यो पैसा बचाउने मात्र काम हो, अरु केही होइन। यो मानसिकता जबसम्म बदलिन्न तबसम्म यो अषाढ मसान्दैमा मात्र काम गर्ने, यो अषाढको महिनामा दौडेर काम गर्ने, अलिअलि देखाउने अनि पेपर वर्क गरेर त्यो खाना पूर्ति भन्छन् हिन्दीमा के त्यो बजेट पूरा गर्ने एउटा मानसिकता नै तलदेखि माथिसम्म डेभलप भएको हुनाले यस्तो गर्न लाग्या होला जस्तो मलाई लाग्यो।
And it's now time for our segment Public Pulse, where it texts us with their opinion.
Public Pulse.
And your question is, what's your take on the repeated unproven claims made by the Prime Minister? And your options are option A, lack of expert advisors, option B, overlooking suggestions, and option C, lack of accountability. The voting for the question is on. Type NAWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share opinion with us. And those were our latest headlines. Stay with us for more news and entertainment on KTVS Day. Stay safe and have a good day.